Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. It is said that silence is good, and I often heard might have heard it. Everybody have heard it that silence is better than talking in most of the time. Silence is better than most of the time. Indeed, it is very much true that silence is good, and silence prevents many problems. Silence prevents many problems. So, for all that reason, silence is really, really, really good. But there are certain situations where silence is not only good, rather, the silence is a must, and we must be very much adamant to remain silent in these situations. And today we will try to know what are these situations where we must have to practice the silence and we don't have to talk, because the talking there will create many problems, so we don't have to talk at all. First of all, it is when you are fuming, when you are angry, full of anger, do not speak at all, because talking here, it will definitely hurt other people. And when it does, later on, your anger will be gone and you will think that I have damaged the respect, the dignity of someone else. Now you will be in need to apologize, to seek the forgiveness. The other person might forgive or might not forgive. But for that reason, it is very important if you avoid talking when you are fuming. Otherwise, there will be fight and quarrel as well with the somebody with whom you spoke angrily. So the first situation where we must be silent when you are fuming, and the second is during a big blowout. The second is during a big blowout, when there is a kind of quarrel or a fight. Then I think when somebody is angry, when there is a fight, etc., let them talk uninterrupted. When somebody is angry about upon you, let them talk uninterrupted, do not interfere, and this way there will be a lot more benefit. Because talking, somebody say that I need to put my point across, I think this is not the right time at all, because for everything else the right sort of timing is needed. So as far putting your point across is concerned, this is not the right time at all. It is far more important, because if at all, the argument will further increase and the quarrel might become a serious one. So don't interrupt. Let them keep expressing their own anger as much as they can. The third is when somebody is upset. Yes, when somebody is upset, do not talk. Be silent and let them, let them, let them upon themselves. Do not talk, do not talk, do not talk when somebody is upset. Now, the number four is if you don't know the full picture, you know very little, and for that reason, whatever comments you are going to make, these are going to be a nonsense one. Do not talk when you don't know the full picture. And now the fifth is if your words might hurt another person, if you think that whatever your opinion is, and if you do express your opinion, your word might upset another person, it is better to stay quiet and not to talk. Number six, around gossip. People are gossiping. Somebody is gossiping. Let them do that. It is better to leave, not to participate. Or you yourself, do not gossip at all. Do not tell the juicy stories about the personal life of another person. Unconfirmed thing. Why to talk about if there is no purpose? If there is no purpose, I think that we have no right to talk about the personal life of another person. And the seventh is in quiet moments, when there is a it is better when everybody is exercising the quietness. Why to talk? It is better to remain silent. So these are the seven situations where the silence is better and far better than talking. Let me quickly revise all of those 7 points. First of all, when you are fuming, when you are angry, so don't talk, because your talking will create a trouble, and you might have to keep facing later on. And for that reason, it is very important not to talk when you are fuming. Number 2, during a big blowout, when somebody is fighting, somebody is disrespecting you, when somebody is angry upon you, it is better to let them talk. Many of the people think that I need to put my point across. So you do have the right to put your point across, but this is not the right time. The timing is wrong, because you if allow them to talk uninterrupted, I think the things will be over, and later on the same person will be seeking forgiveness from you, or the people will say that that person was wrong, he she should not have done it. But if at all you interrupt, if at all you try to compete, what is going to happen? That now both of you will be equally responsible, and the things might get worse. So during a big blowout, be silent. Number 3, when someone else is upset, do not talk. Now, do not talk when somebody is upset. And now the fourth is, if you don't know, if you don't know the full picture, if you don't know the full picture, it is better not to talk. And first of all, try to understand the full picture, and then only later on speak upon the subject. The fifth is, if your words might hurt, if your words might hurt, stay silent, because if at all you are angry upon someone else and your word might hurt the other person, it is far better to stay quiet and not to talk, because talking here will hurt the other people. Later on, they will be annoyed and angry. You may have to seek the forgiveness. The right thing is not to talk if your words might hurt. The sixth is gossip. Avoid the gossip, the juicy stories about the personal life of someone else. And the seventh is, in quiet moments when everybody is quiet for a purpose and you have started talking, it is far better to remain quiet.